This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I am delighted to be here helping you learn to play the guitar. In this quick answer episode, I am going over how we can know what the different notes located along the fretboard are for each of the 6 strings. And this is really important, especially when we're playing chords like bar chords or movable chords that happen along the neck. We have to know what the notes are on each of the strings so we know which version of that chord we're playing. It can also help with note reading, but that takes actually working through and recognizing pitches on the page and where to find them on the guitar, which is a little bit more complicated and builds on this first task of actually learning how to locate the notes on the guitar. So it all begins with the chromatic scale. The guitar is sort of made up of the chromatic scale, you could say. It's not the most technical way I could say it, but the string progresses. Each string progresses up the frets along the chromatic scale. So in the chromatic scale, there are 7 natural notes, and they each have a letter name: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then there's 5 places where we have a chromatic pitch that's named for how it's located in relation to those other 7. So it's going to be a sharp or a flat, and actually each one of those has both names. So if you look up here on top and we start with the letter A, there's one located between A and B, and that note is known as A sharp or B flat. It's known as A sharp because it's the note just higher than A, and it's known as B flat because it's the note just lower than B. There is not one between B and C, but there is between C and D, so C sharp or D flat. And then there is one between D and E, D sharp or E flat. There is not one between E and F. There is one between F and G, F sharp or G flat. There is one between G and A, G sharp or A flat. And then actually coming around, A sharp or B flat brings us back around again. So full circle, we've got the full chromatic scale, 12 pitches. If you play the open 6th string, actually play the open 5th string because it's an A. Then you go up frets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we get to fret 12. It's an A in the higher octave. We have played each one of these pitches, and it just goes up chromatically, just like so. So A sharp or B flat at the 1st fret, B, C, C sharp or D flat, D, D sharp or E flat, E, F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp or A flat, A. So it's as simple as that. The low 6th string starts on an E, goes F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp or A flat, A sharp or B flat, B, C, C sharp or D flat, D, D sharp or E flat, E. And then it continues higher. It just continues as it starts over. So it just keeps going, and it could go to infinity, but our ears can only hear so far, and the guitar only goes so far. So when locating notes, or like a root note of a chord, then you just have to position it along the string that lowest note of that chord is on, and whichever pitch it's on is the version that you're playing. So it's important to know these. So sort of a trick to kind of get used to it is to memorize where the natural notes are first. On the low 6th string, there is one at the 1st fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, and 7th fret. So it starts with F, G, A, B. Simple as that. It just skips over. And there's a dot for most of us, and for you. Most of us have dots along that fretboard showing us where those odd numbered frets are. So 3, 5, 7, 9 on mine has one. Sometimes guitars have them at the 1st. And then there's usually a double dot at the 12th fret. So for the 6 strings, frets 1, 3, 5, and 7 are natural notes. Then 8, 10, 12. So F, G, A, B, and then I switch C, D, E. If I can memorize where those are, then the sharps are just 1 fret higher than the natural note, and flats are 1 fret lower. So if I have a B at the 7th fret, a B flat is down at the 6th. A B sharp would be at the 8th, which is the same thing as C. But a C sharp would be at the 9th, or that's also a D flat. So then on the 5th string, it starts A. The only difference in the pattern is that the natural note B is at the 2nd fret. But frets 3, 5, and 7 have the natural notes, and then 8, 10, and 12 have the natural notes. C is at the 3rd fret, D at the 5th, E at the 7th, and then we switch, F at the 8th, G at the 10th, A at the 12th, and A sharp or A sharp or A flat. The sharps and flats work the same way. Sharps are higher, flats are lower. So D sharp, I've got a D at the 5th fret. D sharp is 1 fret higher, so at the 6th. D flat is 1 fret lower at the 4th. So that's how that works. Now it works the same way with the chromatic scale on all the strings. The 4th string is a D, so I would work up the chromatic scale starting on D. Or the 3rd string is a G, so I could work up the chromatic scale on G. The open B string, the 2nd string, I'd work up the chromatic scale with B. And the top string is the same as the low 6th string. Now, most of the chords that we play have the root on the 5th or 6th string when we're talking about movable shapes, so bar chords, for example. But sometimes we get them where we need them on the 4th string or the 3rd string. Well, there is an octave by going, if you have, like I have an F here at the 1st fret of the 6th string. If I skip over to the 4th string, 2 frets higher, I have that same note an octave higher. So if I can locate the notes on the 6th string, I can locate those notes on the 4th string 1 octave higher because it's just 2 frets higher. So if I know where a B flat is on the 6th string, then it's at the 6th fret, then on the 4th string a B flat is at the 8th fret, so it's 2 frets higher. And it works that same way between strings 5 and 3, so So if I have a B flat there at the 1st fret, then I have a B flat at the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. So it works in that same way, the octave range. If I can find those for the top 2 strings, well, the high string matches the low string, but it's 2 octaves higher. So for the 2nd string then, it's the same as the 4th string, but 2 frets higher. So I have an E flat here. I'm going to jump up to where I have an F, because I have an F at the 1st fret of the 6th string, so I have an F at the 3rd fret of the 4th string, so I'm skipping over. Well, if I skip over again, I have an F, but it's instead of being 2 frets higher, it's 3 frets higher. So you can find the notes on the 2nd string going 2 frets higher, or 3 frets higher, 3 frets higher than that of the 4th string, which is 2 frets higher than that of the 6th string. Which might get a little confusing, but as you're getting going, the ones that you really need are strings 5 and 6. So if you get those ones down, that opens things up. Then on the 2nd, or on the 3rd and 4th strings, it's the same thing, only everything's 2 frets higher, and then the B string is a little bit different, but you can locate it from the 4th string just 3 frets higher, and that high string matches the low 6th string. It's just 2 octaves higher. Then those strings are spread out by 2 octaves. Okay, I hope that helps with sort of opening up how you find those notes along the fretboard of the guitar. Hope you're having fun with the guitar. Keep at it. It keeps getting better and better and better as you learn more and more and more. It gets easier and easier and easier. I sure love playing the guitar. Hope to catch you again. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.